Good evening to all. I hope I am audible to you. Good evening to all. I hope I am audible to you. Good evening to all. I hope I am audible to you. Good evening to all. I hope I am audible to you. Good evening to all. I hope I am audible to you. Good evening to all. I hope I am audible to you. So today we are going to see biochemistry of carbohydrate. So that we'll see the metabolism of carbohydrates. After that we'll see the diabetes chapter from pharmacology. So if you understand this biochemistry of carbohydrate well, first of all, then you can easily understand the pharmacology of diabetics and anti-diabetic drugs, right? Biochemistry of carbohydrate is very important, and a lot of people, they used to call biochemistry as a minor subject, but actually it is not a minor subject. And okay, सरोज गुड इवनिंग, दर्शना गुड इवनिंग, है ना। बहुत सारे लोग बायोकेमिस्ट्री को क्या बोलते हैं, माइनर सब्जेक्ट, है ना। यूट्यूब पे क्या बोलते हैं वो, ये बायोकेमिस्ट्री इज अ माइनर सब्जेक्ट, क्योंकि उनके हिसाब से बायोकेमिस्ट्री क्या है, माइनर है। lot of people used to call biochemistry as a minor subject, but actually it's not a minor. Actually there is no such thing major and minor. बहुत सारे लोग बोलते हैं ये मेजर है, ये माइनर है ना, लेकिन वैसा कुछ होता नहीं है। मेजर माइनर कुछ नहीं होता, हर एक सब्जेक्ट का अपना एक वेटेज होता है। एवरी सब्जेक्ट इट्स ओन वेटेज, नथिंग इज मेजर, नथिंग इज माइनर अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू मी सम आर द बेसिक सब्जेक्ट्स, सम आर द अप्लाइड सब्जेक्ट। मतलब उनका कहना है कि बायोकेमिस्ट्री क्या है, माइनर है। माइनर है मतलब क्या है, उसका बायोकेमिस्ट्री का जो एज है वो 18 से कम है क्या, उनके अकॉर्डिंगली बायोकेमिस्ट्री क्या है, 18 से कम है, तो उनको माइनर बोलते हैं। चलो ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं। तो विल ट्राई टू कंप्लीट बायोकेमिस्ट्री ऑफ कार्बोहाइड्रेट and its metabolism in our upcoming few lectures. After that we will start our drug used in the diabetes. So once you understand the carbohydrate and its metabolism, once you understand how there is a utilization of glucose in the body, once you understand what are the different hormones that controls the blood sugar level, definitely if you understand how there is a absorption of carbohydrate, distribution and a metabolism of carbohydrate, so definitely you will understand the drug used in the diabetes. So again I would like to request your group, please join everybody quickly. So biochemistry again is very important. Biochemistry is important subject and it is a very beautiful subject actually, and if you understand the biochemistry, you will understand your life. So biochemistry is nothing but the chemistry of life, and that's why biochemistry is a very important subject, right? So I don't know why those people, they used to call biochemistry as a minor subject, but actually it is not a minor, it has some importance, it is a very important subject, right? So we'll try to understand the carbohydrate chapter. So first of all, what do you mean by carbohydrates? So you might have seen these carbohydrates in the second year, right? Second year of your B.Pharm. So you might have studied these carbohydrates. So what do you mean by carbohydrates? Carbohydrate means what? Carbo and hydrates. There it is a carbohydrates is the term made from two words. Carbohydrate ये term दो term से बना है, carbo and hydrates. Carbo मतलब क्या है? Carbo मतलब कार्बन, and hydrates मतलब क्या है? Hydrates मतलब OH group. So carbohydrate means what? They are the hydrates of carbon. क्या है फिर वो? They are the hydrates of carbon. Carbo is the term for carbo, is the term for carbon, and hydrates is the term for OH group. So carbohydrate means what? Basically they are the hydrates of carbon. They are nothing but the polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone. They are the polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone compounds, okay, or the product obtained after the hydrolysis of same, okay. So they are nothing but the organic compounds having polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone group, or the product obtained after the hydrolysis of same. है ना. दे हैव जनरल मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला, इनका फॉर्मूला क्या है, दे हैव जनरल मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला CnH2ON, है ना, CH2ON. ओके, इन द अदर सेंस, है ना, आप बोल सकते हो CnH2n, है ना, CnH2n एंड ON, है ना. मतलब क्या है, उसमें जितने कार्बन है उसके डबल हाइड्रोजन होंगे और उतने ही क्या होंगे, ऑक्सीजन होंगे. CH2ON, n times. Now if number of carbons are less than 3, if number of carbons are less than 3, they are known as the hydrates of carbon, they are known as the hydrates of carbon. Okay. Then the term sugar is used when, the term sugar is used when this n is more than 3. Okay, n is more than 3 and if it is a water soluble. Sugar किसको बोलते हैं normally? Actually carbohydrate means sugar, but it is a very rough. Precisely the term sugar is applied to those carbohydrates which are water soluble and they are sweet in taste. जो भी carbohydrate sweet है, water soluble है, उसको क्या बोलेंगे अपन, sugars बोलेंगे, right? Now carbohydrate they are classified differently, okay? But first of all, आजकल जो एक ट्रेंड चल रहा है कि नहीं, मुझे क्या है कि आई एम ऑन अ डाइट, है ना. आजकल कहाँ से MBBS करके आए हैं या फिर MD करके आए हैं या यूट्यूब यूनिवर्सिटी के ऊपर पढ़ के आए हैं या फिर व्हाट्सएप पे उन्होंने नॉलेज एक्वायर किया है. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे होते हैं नमूने. बोलते आई एम ए हेल्थ कॉन्शियस एंड आई डोंट वांट शुगर, है ना, मैं शुगर बहुत कम लेता हूँ. क्यों भाई, तेरे को डायबिटीज है ना. Remember, sugar is a very very important thing for your life. Without sugar you will not exist. शुगर आपके लाइफ के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. शुगर आपके बॉडी में नहीं है तो आप मर जाओगे. शुगर इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो इसके लिए आजकल क्या है कि वो कटरीना कैफ आती है शुगर फ्री, नहीं इसमें कैलोरीज होता है. एक बोलती है हनी, नहीं नहीं मैंने हनी का चाहिए, नहीं नहीं हनी में तो कैलोरीज होता है. अरे कैलोरीज होना इंपॉर्टेंट है, कैलोरीज नहीं तो फिर आपकी लाइफ कैसे चलेगी. तो life is not possible without sugar. Sugar is very very important for your life because your life is based upon the sugar. So it is a energy currency of your body. Sugar is a energy currency of your body. Sugar means what? Glucose. Glucose is a currency of, currency of your body, energy currency of your body. So without sugar, without glucose you cannot live. अगर आपके बॉडी में ग्लूकोज नहीं ना तो आप मर जाओगे. व्हाई? बिकॉज योर RBC टोटली बेस्ड अपॉन द ग्लूकोज, योर ब्रेन totally based upon a glucose for a source of energy, right? So source of energy is a glucose for body, and whatever ATP is generated, that is generated from sugars. Remember, sugars are instant source of energy. Sugar क्या है? Instant source of energy होता है ना. Lipids they are also, है ना. सबसे पहले क्या है source of energy क्या है? What are the sources of energy for the body? First source of energy is sugar. Then second source is lipid, then third one is the protein and peptides. Okay? So sugar is the instant source, lipid is a reserve source of energy, and protein is again reserve source. Okay, so instant source क्या है? Sugar. Now carbohydrates, they are the hydrates of carbon, or they are the polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone compounds, or hydrolysis of same. Then they are having formula known as CH2n, CH2O n times. So if carbon are less than 3, they are known as the hydrates of carbon. If they are more, they are known as sugars, or sugar is the term applied to for the water soluble compounds and which are sweet in taste. Sugars then they can be classified as, now sugars can be classified as a different type like monosaccharide, disaccharide, and a polysaccharide. So we'll see that monosaccharide, disaccharide, polysaccharide. So sugars, they are classified broadly as a monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Oligosaccharides is also there. Monosaccharide, disaccharide, oligosaccharide, and polysaccharide. Right. Before that, let's try to understand the glucose structure. Glucose का structure understand करो पहले. So glucose is the simplest sugar. Okay. So glucose is the simplest sugar. तो ग्लूकोज कंस्ट ऑफ है ना, ग्लूकोज क्या है, रिमेंबर ग्लूकोज इज अ शुगर फ्यूल ऑफ लाइफ। ग्लूकोज क्या है, ग्लूकोज इज अ शुगर फ्यूल ऑफ लाइफ, ग्लूकोज इज अ शुगर फ्यूल ऑफ लाइफ, रिमेंबर glucose is the sugar fuel of life. So whatever fuel of life is there, that is nothing but the glucose. So glucose is the sugar fuel of life, and what is that, it is a polyhydroxyaldehyde or ketone. Now glucose में क्या होता है कि there are 6 carbon atoms, carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is the structure of D glucose, है ना. So glucose क्या है कि glucose is a monosaccharide, it is a monomer, है ना, that's why it is a monosaccharide. So glucose has a 6 carbon atom, and that's why it is known as a hexose. Glucose में क्या है, 6 carbon atom है, that's why it is known as a hexose, right? So first carbon atom of glucose is having aldehyde function. जो पहला कार्बन एटम है, पहला कार्बन एटम के ऊपर क्या है, aldehyde functional group है. First carbon atom of glucose has a aldehyde function. So है ना, it has a 6 carbon atom, aldehyde function है, so it is also known as the aldohexose, also known as the aldohexose, है ना, aldo for aldehyde group and hexose for 6 carbon, so aldohexose, right? Now CHO, then after that HCH, है ना, CHOH, OH, CH, है ना, OH, CH, H, CH, OH, है ना. Then at the carbon number 6, you have अल्कोहल ग्रुप. कार्बन नंबर 6 के ऊपर देखो CH2OH. नाउ दिस इज नोन एज अल्डिहाइड ग्रुप और इट नोन एज फंक्शनल कार्बन. फर्स्ट कार्बन ऑन विच ग्लूकोज हैज अ अल्डिहाइड ग्रुप इज नोन एज अ फंक्शनल कार्बन, एंड द लास्ट कार्बन ऑन विच इट हैज अ अल्कोहल ग्रुप नोन एज अ अल्कोहलिक कार्बन और टर्मिनल कार्बन, टर्मिनल अल्कोहलिक कार्बन. तो जो पहला कार्बन है उसको बोलेंगे अपन फंक्शनल कार्बन, एंड लास्ट वाला जो कार्बन आइटम है उसको बोलेंगे अपन अल्कोहलिक कार्बन, राइट. तो ग्लूकोज हैज अ अल्डिहाइड एंड इट हैज 6 कार्बन आइटम, सो अल्डोहेक्सोज. नाउ सपोज एनी शुगर इज देयर, अगर कोई शुगर है उसमें अल्डिहाइड की बजाय कीटोन है और 6 कार्बन आइटम है, तो उसको बोलेंगे कीटोहेक्सोज. फॉर एग्जांपल आपका फ्रुक्टोज, राइट. सो है ना, सो ग्लूकोज हैज अ 4 डिफरेंट asymmetric कार्बन. क्या है, ग्लूकोज हैज अ 4 different asymmetric carbon atoms. तो ग्लूकोज में क्या है कि देर आर 4 chiral carbons और 4 asymmetric carbons. ग्लूकोज में क्या है, देर आर 4 chiral carbons और asymmetric carbon. very important. Okay? So this one is a chiral carbon. देखो, this one is a chiral carbon, second number, third number, fourth number and fifth number. So carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5. Carbon number 2, 3, 4, 5, they are known as the chiral carbons in the glucose, and that's why glucose has a 16 isomers. Glucose has a 16 isomers. ये क्वेश्चन GPAT में ऑलरेडी आ चुका है. How many number of isomers of glucose are possible? So how many number of glucose isomer are possible? 16 isomer. Why? Because glucose में क्या है, glucose is having 4 different, है ना, asymmetric carbon atom. जैसे कार्बन नंबर 2 है ना, कार्बन नंबर 2 में देखो, आई विल एक्सप्लेन, यहाँ पे एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ मैं आपको. जैसे कार्बन नंबर 2, ये कार्बन है, issue is there, so we'll off, cut off. I will update about the session. If possible today, we'll take. If not, we'll take tomorrow. we will take